Thanks for tuning in to That's What I Call Marketing, the Cannes Sessions. Brought to you by Friedman International, the international campaign experts taking the pain out of your multi-market campaigns. I'm your host, Conor Byrne, and having worked with Friedman International in my previous role as a global marketing leader, I've experienced firsthand their deep level of expertise and attention to detail as the go-to experts for all international campaign needs. Now, let's get right into today's episode of That's What I Call Marketing, the Cannes Sessions. Ladies and gentlemen, the manager will only take 3 questions today.
Well, I thought it was a good game today, Conor. Not a great game, but a good game.
And the board are fully behind him. Colin, how was your day at the Cannes Festival?
Well, it started off where it was supposed to start off, which was me standing on stage doing a keynote for a major UK retailer, which went well, I think. There was a couple of key kind of punchlines, like the comedian trying to do the punchline when the microphone collapsed halfway through my punchline. So that was a bit of a bummer. But other than that, it went down well. And it was very, very interesting because there was the creme de la creme of, well, international brands and retailers there. So, yeah, it was just went quite well. And, you know, most people didn't throw anything at me. So it was quite good.
That's good. That's
always feel that's a win.
Yeah, it is a win. It is a win. Well, I said I was hoping to go see the work. So I actually went down to the basement where the work is, got to see the work, some of the judges. And here's a bit of what I saw. Well, I said I would get some time to come and see the work, and I've just popped down here. I was actually trying to get into a session with Lego. It was completely full, so I've popped down here to have a look at the work. And I'm actually standing here behind one of the Grand Prix winners, which was Magnum, Find Your Summer. It definitely was. It was Spain, but it definitely feels like an ad that could be done for Ireland, where we don't get a whole lot of sun, but some great work down here, outdoor print on display. They were just doing a session there with the jurors, talking about some of the audio and radio campaigns. So incredible, you know, just to get inspired by the amount of creativity on display here. Again, there was over 20,000 pieces of work submitted to the Cannes Lion Festival of Creativity this year. And also today I was in this press centre here where they actually announced the winners in the morning. That's obviously embargoed to later on tonight. So really interesting to get those insights.
Yeah, absolutely fascinating to see how they do the judging and think it all through. I think my key question is, will they take a brown envelope with unmarked bills so that when I put an entry in next year, I'm a guaranteed winner? Did you suss that out for me?
No one asked that question today, so I'll come back tomorrow.
I find that really odd now. Yeah. That would have been my first question, hands up in the air. Excuse me, but...
Come on a scale. I got to record some more episodes that I'm going to be putting out after the festival with I met Karen Nansen-Field, so obviously talked about her new book. She's got to learn.
It's going to be great. She's fantastic.
And
yeah. She's a lovely person in person.
Isn't she? Really, really, I keep saying she's really sound. Another 2 sound people, John and Pete of Evidenza. They used to be, the B2B Institute. They did a great job there, phenomenal work. So I got kind of into obviously a bit of that time, but also kind of where the insight came for Evidenza. So really looking forward to that coming out.
It's interesting because obviously the Evidenza stuff is a little bit powered by AI, and which has been one of the themes through the last few days as well. And there's a real inflection point occurring in the industry. It's very much it's vibes feeling now, but there's definitely a sort of feeling that we're moving on from how things used to be to a sort of a different world where it's AI powered, tech powered, data powered, first party data powered, and with creativity layered over that, which is compared to, say, a conversation 10 years ago might have just been all creativity, not layering that sort of technology piece under it.
Yeah, it's been fascinating, really. I mean, look, it's been the big topic, and probably not the first year for it, but it is everywhere.
I am concerned for people like yourself for the future, because last time I checked, you couldn't even work an Excel sheet, so it was
but I think ChatGPT is going
to solve all your problems. Yeah. Fair enough.
I went along to, I talked about this before, but the IAPI had their Irish lunch today, which was great to see. I think there was nearly 100 people there, from the industry and, other leaders from kind of global agencies that were there. So that was really wonderful to see the support. And, I spoke to Pete from Publicis, Peter Dobbin, and Jay McDade from Think House, and it was great to be able to congratulate them on their phenomenal win. Yeah, and Charley Stoney from IAPI took a moment out. I peeled her away from her networking to come and talk to me. Charley, well, first of all, amazing gathering here, and we're in the back of some wins for Irish creativity. What a brilliant result.
I know, I'm so pleased for them. I couldn't be more thrilled, and more to come.
Yes, I think so as well.
And to win a gold and 3 silvers on day one, well, you know, it just shows that Irish creativity is packing its punch.
100%. And I was chatting to Pete Dobbin from Publicis, and he said one of the great things was loads of agencies that are here and at home are getting in touch and saying congratulations, like really just thrilled for kind of the result for Irish creativity.
Yes.
This is an amazing gathering of kind of so many people. What was the idea behind putting this together?
Well, we've always done an Irish gathering at Cannes whenever we could. You know, it's been the Irish Drinks, or we've had the Cannes Young Lions down here, because we're one of the few countries that take 14 young lions down to Cannes, amazingly, given how small we are. But I think there's definitely an appetite for all the Irish to get together. And frankly, IAPI can't afford it by ourselves. So when Enterprise Ireland, when we were talking to Enterprise Ireland about supporting us, we felt, well, Cannes is one of the places that we can get a European and international gathering to attend something that's Irish and start spreading the word slowly but surely. And we've got a lovely European crowd around here today.
Yeah.
Lots of people from across the water in America as well as in Europe. So that's fantastic.
Brilliant. And I was talking to a few people this morning who, you know, I'd extended an invitation to come along, and it just clashed. They were speaking and they really wanted to come. So I think it just shows, you know, not only are we incredibly creative nation, people like working with us, like it's a great place to do business.
It is a great place to do business. And when I ask people who don't really have a connection with Ireland, but maybe I have a connection through the ACA board I'm on, they went, oh, yes, definitely, I'll come to the Irish lunch. It's like, it's this sort of signal. So maybe it'll get bigger and bigger over the years, I think.
And we're only day 2 at Cannes, well, day 2 proper. What are kind of the big themes for you, and what are you looking forward to for the rest of the week?
Well, I am emceeing the forum stage, and there's a lot of wonderful DEI talks. There's also future gazers in the forum stage, which is super because it's always a panel of really interesting people, and they have that every day. So it kind of obviously does what it says on the tin. It looks at the future. There's a lovely panel of Black at Cannes, which I'm very much looking forward to, led by a super South African creative. And then in general, I think AI continues to be a hot topic. Are we learning anything new? Probably not at this stage. I think the one thing on AI that I find really interesting is that I believe the agencies are much further ahead of the marketeers in respect of AI. They're also investing a huge amount of money. So I think the thing we have to be careful of is that clients and marketeers don't see AI as a way of reducing costs, because somehow or other agencies have to be paid for the amount they're investing in technology.
Yeah, and look, I think you need, like, I know from working both agency and client side, that when you're client side, there's so much going on. And as Ellie Norman said to me, like, the agency piece is a tiny bit of your everyday. And so that's actually the investment in the agency to kind of help figure out the stuff that you may not have time to figure out. So, you know, it's definitely a huge role for the agencies.
Yeah, of course.
So,
You're dead right.
Yeah. Well, listen, Charley, thanks a million.
Not
I know it's
at all.
incredibly busy for you
Not
here,
at
so
all.
thanks, and we'll catch
Thank
up with
you,
more of the
Colin.
Irish
Thank you for
throughout the week.
covering the week.
Yeah, no problem at all. Thanks, Charley. And after that, I went down to our friends at the RTL Ad Alliance and watched a session there on kind of winning back the living room, all about kind of the role of TV and broadcast, but the streaming services were there as well, so it was fascinating.
Was it like
stuff.
a celebrity death match where they were just slugging at each other till knockout?
But there was bits where they didn't agree. Like there was bits where, you know, what roles social media can play in if you're kind of in that streaming or broadcast TV world, and some were like, we need it, like we have to use social to bring people in, and others were like, no, they're competition. So that, I found that fascinating.
I find it very strange when we hear this attitude of no, social or digital is not relevant to our business, or a version of that, and like the inverse of that, or the other side of that is I hate digital and it'll never catch on. And it's kind of like a denial of reality. I was talking to a friend of mine who's involved in sports business, and he talks about how his son, he doesn't sit through 90 minutes of the football game watching Arsenal. He's WhatsApping with his friends, he's looking at Twitter, he's calling things out, and it's actually enhancing his enjoyment of the game. Initially I was kind of skeptical, that's really not really, that doesn't sound like fun. But actually when I think about it, I mean, my concept of myself being glued to a screen for 90 minutes without kind of, and then layering in this having the crack with my friends and seeing what's out there and creating memes. Actually, the overall enjoyment of that particular occasion is enhanced much more.
Yeah. I think certainly, WhatsApping people during a match and kind of the slagging that goes on. I did manage to get to see a session in the Palais. Like that's
Well, you were doing a lot of sessions, but that was a different topic.
Yeah, that was it. That was the Cannes session.
The Cannes, literally the Cannes session.
The Cannes. So Diageo had Sinead Burke from Tilting the Lens talking about accessibility, and then Novo Nordisk were on, and they had brought Queen Latifah with them, who is their ambassador, talking about kind of changing the narrative through marketing around obesity, and so that was really interesting. I'll put some stuff on Instagram, some short clips of that later on as well. We did meet Yakira Young yesterday, and we were saying it'd be great to actually meet more people out and about. So I used my printroom.ie pop-up stand and grabbed a few people. Some people were massively reluctant to talk to me. I don't know if that's me.
Why do I not find that surprising?
But let's hear what others were experiencing today at the festival. Well, first of all, what's your name and what do you do?
My name is Christopher Brennan, and I am the co-founder of a company called Overtone.
Okay.
That does AI models for publishers and advertisers.
Oh, excellent. So listen, tell me what you've seen today at Cannes. What have you gone to watch and listen to?
Let's see. In the morning, I was on a boat, which was lovely.
Oh, no.
And in the afternoon, I was in an event by Prebid and Freestar, and very much focusing on the new types of signals that are available to people in the industry with things like AI that make things a little bit more human. Both of those were, so pretty cool.
Heard that theme come across. And anything you're looking forward to for the rest of the week? Another boat, maybe?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bigger boats.
Bigger boats.
Ideally. Let's see. I would say I am interested in a bunch of conversations around news tomorrow. Tomorrow seems to be a big news day, and that's close to my heart. So,
great stuff.
There you go.
Well, listen, thanks for stopping by, and enjoy the rest of your experience.
Thanks. You too.
Cheers. Thanks.
I'm Grace Burnett. I'm from Georgia, so in the United States, and I'm a student. So we're here on a study abroad program, which is really a special treat.
Amazing.
It's really awesome to be here amongst everybody else and doing something different. So,
and what have you seen today? Who have you seen speaking?
I have seen so many things I honestly can't even remember because it's been from beginning to end. I started out with the CMO session. Lenovo, different companies were there, and I just saw Queen Latifah.
I know.
Yes, I did. I've been to many other sessions today, but I have it in my notes, but it's blinking.
She was incredible. I just came out of watching Queen Latifah as well.
She was incredible.
She's so cool, isn't she?
Again, we were only a few rows back, so it was like, oh my gosh, no
so
way,
close.
I'm in the same room.
Yeah, and Sinead Burke, who was on before, talking about accessibility, incredible sessions.
That was incredible.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of Vogue too, so that was incredible to see those both tying together.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Anything else you're really looking forward to for the rest of the week?
I'm excited about Elon Musk coming tomorrow. I feel like that's going to be super cool. I wonder if the queue is going to be crazy long, so we'll try and get there early.
Do you think he's going to say he loves advertising now?
I wonder. I don't know.
I don't know either. Well, listen, enjoy the rest of the festival. Thanks for stopping by. Lovely to meet you. Thanks a million. Cheers. You too. Hi, what's your name?
My name is Petra.
And what do you do, Petra, outside of Cannes?
I'm in communication and marketing, as everyone is here.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of specialized in storytelling.
Oh, excellent. You're in the right place. Do you work for a brand?
No, I'm on my own. I'm a solo entrepreneur.
Brilliant.
So I was for years with a big agency, and then I made myself
out on your own.
My own.
So, listen, what have you seen today that you've enjoyed at Cannes?
Absolutely enjoyed the session with InBev.
Okay.
I like that. Was it in Latin American spirit overall?
Okay.
So as I'm from Germany, maybe this is impressive for me.
Yeah.
But no, I'm also actually as the kind of CMO from InBev presented their strategic approach to creativity. Because, well, very often creativity seems to be kind of not very often creatives don't present themselves as strategists.
Yeah.
So it's just by coincidence what comes to your mind and be open. But this huge brand, well, they're absolutely successful, presented a straightforward approach we can also steal some ideas. And I'm just coming from a LinkedIn session with 3 super power women.
Oh, excellent.
This was a female powerhouse. It was there on stage, the CMO of SAP, Google, and Autodesk.
Oh, wow.
3 fantastic women talking about AI and how this changes their role.
Okay. Oh, amazing. That's
fantastic.
It was
super.
And are you here for the rest of the week? What else are you looking forward to? Have you plans?
I'm planning from day to day.
Yeah, I'm the same.
So much good. Well, the only thing tonight, no, not tonight. Tomorrow I'm gonna go to the also award session. As I'm a bit more into PR, I'm looking forward to the PR Lion, which is always a kind of special one.
Yeah.
Years ago, I was on my own. Was on the jury of the PR.
Oh, were you? Okay.
Jury, yes, and then I heard there that the PR folks are the most critical ones, and they are debating most and long and.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when PR is not only about creativity, it's always kind of also how stakeholders are responding. Yes. We need journalists, we need influencers who respond to PR.
Yeah.
So you cannot. It's a great idea. It's a unique idea. You also have to, and this causes a lot of debate. So I'm looking very much forward to who's going to win this year, and whether this going to changes also or gives a slightly idea in what kind of direction this industry is going to go.
Exactly. Well, listen, Petra, thanks for stopping by and enjoy the rest of the festival.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks a million.
Hey, I'm Carlista Tapia. I'm from Dallas, Texas, and I work for Sam's Club.
Oh, excellent. Very good. Listen, tell me what you saw today that you've enjoyed at Cannes.
Yeah, I saw Patricia Corsi from Kimberly-Clark speak, and she was amazing. She was really inspirational. She is just a woman she's a woman CEO, and it was just great.
Yeah. And what was she talking about? AI, or because AI seems to be everybody's talking about AI. Or was she talking about a few other things?
Yeah, she definitely touched on that, but it was more of like woman in power, and that was like her main speech. So it was really cool to kind of see that as somebody that wants to be a future CEO one day.
Okay, brilliant. And what are you looking forward to for the rest of the week?
Just to meet people and kind of just network and just go to all the things. I'm a part of the Brand Marketers Academy, so there's 30 of us here.
Amazing.
That are all from around the world, and so we kind of get like special access to things, so it's going to be a great rest of the week.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Well, look, you stopped by here, so you're doing networking already.
Yeah.
Listen, thanks so much for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of the week.
My name is Raresh.
And where are you from?
I'm from Romania.
Okay, excellent. So you're part of the Young Lion competition. Which category?
I am a copywriter. I'm just a young lion, not in the young lion competition.
Oh, okay, you're a young lion. So what have you seen here today at Cannes?
Well, today I've seen Jessica Alba, I've seen Queen Latifah.
Jessica Alba was here? They didn't tell me.
I actually stayed right next to her. So
no way. You're best friends now. We're Jessica Alba. Yeah.
Now we are best friends.
And Queen Latifah, I saw her as well. She was
very
incredible.
Nice, very nice. I also saw many other exhibitions. I went to workshops. Yeah, it was a very busy day.
And what have you got planned for the rest of the week?
I'm going to the awards because tonight they are awarding the film.
Okay.
Yeah, and I love them.
You love? Yeah. Brilliant. Well, enjoy that this evening. And it's really inspiring seeing that. I actually saw somebody last night walking around with their gold line.
Yeah.
And I went over to him and I was like, congratulations.
Actually,
I was so excited.
We are shortlisted with a project and they are announcing on Thursday. So fingers crossed.
Oh, and you were involved with that at your agency? Listen, good luck.
Yeah. Thank you.
If you win, come back and find me and we'll talk about it.
I will find you. Sure.
Brilliant stuff. Listen, thanks a million. Enjoy the rest of the festival.
That's really fascinating, actually, hearing those people talk about their own experiences at the at Cannes. But one thing I've really noticed is there is the profile of people. There's people literally here from all over the world. We were having a bit of a laugh yesterday trying to get ourselves set up to do the podcast. But in the meantime, everybody thought we were the photographers, so they kept giving us their phones. Connor now has a vast selection of phones available on connor.ie, connorsphones.ie. But it was people from Ecuador, people from Colombia, people from like literally, you name the country, and they were all here. So there's a real cross-section of people, which is amazing. But as they say, all races, colours and creeds. Just fantastic to see it all together. And one other point, which is I was up in the Amazon port earlier on, which is just huge, as we were saying yesterday. But the profile of the audience in the Amazon port and the Amazon advertising side is a little bit younger. It's not hugely younger, but a little bit younger in the sort of 25, 35 bracket. Elsewhere, you would argue that it's maybe more sort of 30 plus, and there is a lot of the old school advertising grey-haired folks lurking around as well, but we don't get to see them because they're in behind closed doors, and they wouldn't talk to a riffraff like you and me.
No, they're on the yachts. Well, look, plans for tomorrow?
Tomorrow I am doing another keynote in the main Palais area in the Rotund Room. So if you're here and you happen to be mad keen to hear about a bunch of commerce, content, creativity examples, I'm using 4 examples that I've picked up around the globe, and 2 of them are Irish. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Walmart are on stage directly after me, so I don't feel any way intimidated whatsoever by the fact that the largest retailer in the world with 1 million staff and unlimited budget is speaking directly after me, who doesn't have unlimited budget and has no staff.
Brilliant. Well, look, another busy day, I think, for both of us. I'm meeting a load of amazing people again. So Mauro Porcini from Pepsi is going to be dropping by.
I thought he was the manager of Spurs, no?
No, that's a different guy altogether. I'm going to be catching up with James Herman.
Fantastic.
Previously unavailable. Well, that's his company. He
called previously unavailable.
Yeah. Just to be clear, it's not that he was previously unavailable.
I should have a company called I Am Available now for a small fee.
Yeah. Matt Herbert from Tracksuit. We're not planning an interview. I may get him to say a few words, but catching up with him. Jimmy Knowles from Canva. I'm a huge fan of Canva. I love what they do.
You love your dance routines. I did see you on the Quasette earlier on doing a TikTok dance routine.
It was the karaoke. So he's going to be talking all about that famous, infamous and viral rap dance. And then, we're going to catch up again tomorrow, and we're going to bring you through all that we hear, see and experience at Cannes. Hopefully you are enjoying these catch-ups, these roundups, giving you an insight into what's happening here every single day. And thanks again to Friedman International for their support of the Cannes sessions. And that is it for today, Colin. Is there anything you'd like to say?
It's a good night from me.
It's a good night from him.